So today I wanted to address, should you sell through a realtor or should you go through an iBuyer or an investor? Really, this is going to be personal preference. It really kind of comes down to money as well, but ultimately, decision that everybody needs to make. So an iBuyer is basically places like, Zillow. They're actually starting to make cash offers on properties now. Offerpad is another one. So is Opendoor. As a matter of fact, even Keller Williams, the brokerage that I'm with, is starting to do the iBuying as well. Basically, it is investors. They are turning around an offer within a relatively short period of time, and they can close whenever you want. So there is that, creature comfort for it. But regardless of whether they be iBuyers or whether they be investors, they do have one thing in common, and that is the fact that they are an investor. They're investing money. Now, I did actually pull out a little something, Webster's Dictionary. So just so we are all on the same page, let me just read this for you. To invest is to commit money or capital in order to gain profit or interest as the purchasing of property, securities, or bonds. So that right there is an investor. They are going to be buying potentially your property, and the reason is to make a profit. Keep that in mind. That is very important. If you do choose to go with a real estate agent, of course, they're in the business of making money as well, so they usually charge a commission. Okay, so let's look at the iBuyers a little bit more closely. I'm going to use my board here real quick, okay? So hopefully you can see this. I didn't write it up as, I was recording this, so I've got it. Basically, we've got the value. Let's just say, assume the home is $200,000. With an iBuyer, with an investor, sure, they're going to offer you $200,000. But the reality is they're in it to make a profit, right? Chances are very good that they're going to go ahead and do some things to the home, turn around and resell it. And there needs to be a profit, a margin for them to be able to make some money, right? So first of all, they're probably going to put it on the multiple listing service, so they're going to have to pay commissions. So they're going to go ahead and discount that. Let's just assume in this case that they do your traditional, say 6%, So they're going to discount $12,000 from that. So already you're dropping down to about $88,000. Now on top of that, there's possibly some repairs that they're seeing that need to be done. Now they don't ask for repairs when they purchase it, but they will deduct those because they still have to fix, the property to get it ready for resale to be able to make the money that they want to make, right? So ultimately, they're going to take some away from there. Let's just say it's 3% again. Now it's 6,000, additional. Now all of a sudden you're down to about 182,000 from that value. Now on top of that, they also want to make a profit, right? So they give themselves a profit. How much do you think they're trying to make? Most deals, most investors that I know, they probably try to go between 8,000 and 12,000 per transaction. So split the difference. After all said and done, this iBuyer, the investor, they need to be able to buy the net price of 192. So they'll offer you this, but other things are going to be deducted off. Hope that makes sense. Now, on the flip side, you go with a traditional realtor, of course, they're going to charge, a commission for their services as well. And of course, everything ends up being negotiated through the real estate agent. You get an offer, you go through inspection periods and all that kind of jazz. So there is more, things that you have to go through. But let's just say that you've only got the commission to worry about. Assuming the 6%, same thing that these iBuyers assumed over here, you're looking at 12,000, 188,000. Look at that, a difference basically of about $16,000 between the two. Now this is a very simple thing, that I've done, a very simple example, but it just kind of goes to show. The reality is, I don't think that there is a right or a wrong way to move forward. It really depends on your situation and what is best for you. If you end up having to pick up, you need to be there by a specific time. You don't have the time to deal with all the hassle. It may be worth it for you to go this route. The money is not the most important thing. Maybe the closing date and everything else without having to worry about the hurdles is the most important thing. Then an investor and an iBuyer is a great way to go. And I'll tell you, as far as iBuyers go, I could still work with, people in that regard. And I do have investors that I work with as well. So you may be able to get, if you go with a real estate agent, multiple investor type offers as opposed to just one. If you go with Opendoor, I'd imagine you're just going to get one offer. That's it. If you go with offerpad, you're just going to get one offer. If you end up going with, say, somebody like me, we could try all these different approaches, including, I've got 3+ investors that I work with generally, that each one of them can submit an offer, and then you can see which one makes the most sense to you. okay? Or you could go the other route. You know, to me, this is very much kind of like going out to dinner or going wherever, you know, and you decide, I am going to go ahead and pay for valet parking. I do not want to walk, you know, the extra, you know, spot to the parking. I'd rather just pay somebody to take care of it for me. It's a service, it's a fee, and that is a fee that you end up having to pay for the service that you get. And that really is what it is here. So to me, I think it's always a great, you know, thing to do to go this route here, because you walk away with, you know, a lot more money. You know, most times. There was an article written by somebody before that I read, and I'll see if I can find it and I'll put it in the link down below, that said on average 14 to 20% was the amount that they had to give to go this route, versus if you go with an agent, 6. It's kind of your average. So anyway, I hope that helps. I just really wanted to, you know, put this together, see if it was something that benefited people. Please leave your comments below. Have yourself a great day. My name again is David Baker. I'm a real estate agent here in the Phoenix area. If you are interested in selling your home, I'd love the opportunity to earn your business and talk to you about what's going to be right for you.